I like going to the factory and hanging out with Dad. What's wrong with that?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the stream yesterday. It was a lot of fun. That's the biggest point about streams, by the way. I just want to hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, and see how you guys are doing. It's a way to unwind, much like these videos. As always, if there are different things that you guys want me to cover, let me know down below. I'm just gonna let you guys know really quick. That is the goal for the channel. I want to expand. I want to do more charity stuff. I want to work with people. I want to make people's lives a little bit better, one day at a time. But that is the goal. All I ever ask is just support. You guys just watch and spread the love. As always, though, if there is an extra episode you guys want me to cover, drop it down below. I'm here all week. Special thanks to the members. You guys are beautiful. Let's get into the episode today. And this one is kind of sad, if I can be honest.
Fine. Just go online and find out what time the movie's playing.
Órale, Bill Gates!
Now, this is one of those late series episodes that just kind of hits way harder when you look back on it.
What the hell are you doing to my computer?
I'm putting in a better graphics card so I can play my new video game.
You're supposed to be doing your homework.
It was too hard.
And on the surface, it looks like yet another just Max episode, but it's a lot deeper than that. Because this episode literally has George trying to protect Max from what is going to happen to him.
I've almost got it. Oh, crap. I guess that goes in the broken pile.
George is a lot earlier than he should be because he's warning Max not to put his whole future on the line when it comes to the factory, only for the factory to all of a sudden be taken away from him. Now, to start off the episode, we have Max basically break the family computer.
You know what's on this computer? All my business files, our family photos, and a journal of my private thoughts.
What have you done, Max? Now your mom has to tell me her private thoughts. Thanks a lot.
And it's not because he's being evil or bad or anything, it's just Max. I'm not entirely sure how to explain that, but if you guys have watched the show, you guys know what I'm talking about. Of course, this is exactly what bothers George because he realizes that it's Max just being careless almost. He doesn't understand consequences, and this is also not something that a grown-up kid like him should be doing. This is more a little kid issue.
We needed a new one anyway. This thing's like 100 years old.
It's 2 years old and it costs $1,000. You know how long it takes me to earn that?
All right, sorry. Can't you just put a new one on a credit card?
And so George decides to make a point of it by basically making Max work for it.
He's gonna learn how hard it is to make $1,000. You're out of school next week? You're gonna come and work at the factory with me.
That's my vacation.
George, he's too young to be working down at the factory. Some of the guys down there are pretty rough.
It's not going to be an apology. There's not going to be some lecture, of course, thanks to Benny.
So what's your bad parenting move this time? Give him a crayon, let him draw a picture of how he's feeling?
No.
But he is going to actually learn the value of money.
One stabbing, and that was over a woman. It happened at Wall Street. Maybe not with a sharpened screwdriver, but... Can I see you in my office for a second? Yeah, what's going on?
So then, of course, we have Max end up at the factory with George.
All right, he's been working harder than everybody all week. I think you can ease up on him.
Look, Max is gonna keep busting his butt until he admits that earning $1,000 is harder than he thought.
And right away, you can tell Max is actually having a great time.
Me and the guys just finished loading the struts.
Yeah, well, it's pretty hard work, huh? Anything you're ready to say?
Just tell me what to do before Fancy here cracks the whip. I heard that down on the loading dock. What does that mean?
Looks like he is obviously struggling because it is his first job, but at the end of the day, you see a lot of improvement in Max, in his attitude, in his behavior, in his confidence.
Hey, Mom.
How you doing, honey?
You know, Dad was right. You've got to work hard to make $1,000.
And initially, it seems like George was right. It seems like George actually had a point to prove here, and he proved that point. But of course, it's a Lopez episode, and it's gonna backfire.
Working here was a good idea. And now maybe you understand why we want you to do well in school. That way you don't have to kill yourself doing this kind of hard work when you grow up.
You see, George is trying to show Max how difficult it is to make a check, but it backfires because Max actually enjoys working.
Are you kidding? This is a great job. I want to quit school and work at the factory forever.
He enjoys working there so much that he's actually thinking about quitting school. He feels like the factory is his future. Now, back at the house, they continue to have this argument because Angie is telling Max there is no way he's going to quit school to go work at the factory, as his future is to go back to school.
Please talk some sense into your son.
Max, there is no way you're dropping out of school.
But I have to start making money right now. Social Security is a pyramid scheme being gutted by the baby boomers.
Max does not understand this because if it worked out for George and Benny, why can it not work out for him? And it sucks because you do see Max and his demeanor is sad, straight up sad, just because now he can't go work at the factory. The episode makes it a little bit more emotional too because it's not just the fact that he feels better about himself for accomplishing things, it's also the fact that he gets to hang out with George.
I like going to the factory and hanging out with Dad. What's wrong with that?
And if you know this last season, Max and George are more or less how George and Carmen were, except without all the arguments and everything, but they are very detached. And it's kind of sweet thinking about the fact that Max thinks about the factory, but more the fact that he gets to spend time with George. Unfortunately, though, the lesson was supposed to show Max pressure, but instead, it gave him freedom. George and Angie do have an argument about this because George is kind of right. You can't make Max go to school.
Maybe we should listen to what he's saying, Angie. You know, maybe college isn't right for Max. And we tried to help him with school, and that hasn't worked out. The kid I saw this week was a different Max. He was working hard, and he was happy.
He has to want to do it.
Don't you want him to do better than we did?
Yeah, I do, but he has to want to go to college, too. What was the last book that Max read on his own? Let me give you a hint. He didn't read it on a train, and he didn't read it on a plane.
But it does not work out for him because at the end of the day, I feel like Angie would just stand on business and make sure that that does not happen.
Hey, George, it's Friday. Who are you gonna pick as Employee of the Week?
Hey, I nominate Max.
Hey, I've been working at the factory for 20 years, and I've never been Employee of the Week.
Now, unfortunately, George does end up undermining Angie because he literally promotes Max to Employee of the Week.
Make you Employee of the Week because everybody's gonna think I'm doing it just because you're my best friend.
But he's your son.
I know, I'm so proud.
And yes, I understand Max is doing great, but you have to realize the fact that if he saw George and Angie arguing about his future, and you're literally just saying, yes, you can stay at the factory, you're kind of making Angie look bad.
So you're okay with me working at the factory?
I made you Employee of the Week, didn't I? Congratulations.
What do I win?
A night with Gina.
Shouldn't a night without Gina be the prize?
Now, everything is all fine and dandy until George has a vision.
I've been working at the factory for 50 years. When is it gonna be my turn?
Taking next week off, so you're a sure thing.
They're automating the factory and we're all losing our jobs to robots.
He realizes that the factory world is not safe.
I say we go over there, Bart, and kick some robot ass.
Are you crazy? You want to go to the Robario at this time of night? Get a drive-by laser?
He realizes more than likely how hard he had to work to get to where he is. And what sucks is that Max is only looking at how George's future is right now. He doesn't think about all the struggle that he had to go through. And to be honest, he doesn't think about the luck that George must have had to get to where he is. I mean, how many factory workers and how many actually get to make it?
What am I gonna do, Dad? I've been at the factory for 30 years. I don't know anything else.
I'm sorry, Max, but all the unskilled labor's going to Martians. Damn illegal aliens.
And in this specific vision, Max is older, the factory world has changed, and job security is not really all there anymore. But most importantly, Max blames George for pushing them to do this.
If you're looking for work, I could use a pool boy.
Sure, why not?
Max, what are you doing?
I have no options, Dad. Thanks a lot.
And the biggest thing is George's guilt. His conscience will not let Max just have it harder. At the end of the day, you want to do better for your kids. And I feel like George is as mature as he gets in this episode.
I'm heading back. Thanks for lunch, George.
Where's Max?
Oh, Frank gave him a ride back to work. Everything okay?
I gotta get him out of that factory.
Now, because of this vision, George ends up making a tough decision.
Congratulations. I added up your hours. You paid up the computer. You learned your lesson. You're fired.
Fired? You made me Employee of the Week.
That's just a title to keep people happy.
Max is, of course, displeased with this, but does tell George one thing.
Your mom was right, Max. You need to have options.
Fine. But the day I graduate high school, I'm coming back. And you can't stop me.
And now you might be thinking, okay, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But George decides to actually explain to Max why he's firing him.
You know how there's always rumors that the factory's closing? What would you do if that really happened?
Folks, I don't know how to do anything else.
Well, I never heard those rumors. If I lose this job, I'm screwed.
Who's losing their job?
Well, maybe all of us if the rumors are true.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've watched this show so many times. This episode just kind of bums you out because you get to see all these characters that you care about freak out because they have no experience. They have nothing left to do.
She wouldn't be panicked about losing her job.
We're losing our jobs.
Factory's closing! Grab all the hand tools! Everybody, go back to work.
Why did everyone get so scared?
You see how freaked out they got? You want that to be you?
Seeing them realize that their life is more than likely going to be destroyed by the fact that they lost their job is kind of terrifying, honestly, especially when you think about it in a real world. There's so many people that have very little experience, and that's all they do because they just want to give their children more chances in life. But I mean, what happens when that one person is out of a job or something happens? So this is enough to give Max a wake-up call.
Everyone's still freaking out. I think I want to go to college.
That's great, Max. You've been a hell of a son. Wherever you end up, they'll be lucky to have you.
As he ends up telling George that he wants to go to school. But just like that, what George is trying to protect Max from is actually going to happen to him.
I tried to teach Max a lesson and boom, everybody went nuts.
How'd you find out? Just got bought out by a big Mexican corporation, Aero Mayan. They're cutting everybody loose, moving the factory down to Mexico.
And I gotta say, I know a lot of you guys make this point. It's a business, right? The Powers brothers have to run a business. The fact that Mel is so quick to just sell because of money, it didn't even make sense for his workers. It looks like the factory is kind of small, if I can be honest too. It doesn't make sense, at least emotionally, how Mel would just flat out pull the rug from under all his factory workers just to get even more rich. At this point, you have to kind of think about the fact that they probably have made the Powers brothers rich already. But that's neither here or there. At the end of the day, George is now out of a job.
Rumors are true?
Oh, yeah. They backed up the peso wagon and let me go loco. Sorry, George.
And exactly what he's trying to protect Max from is what just happened to him. And it really sucks because George is proven right, but in the worst way possible. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for me today. If you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know down below. Let me know how you're doing today as well. As always, thank you for the support.
Your son is so adorable. He gets his good looks from his papacito.
It's called menopause, not men. Oh, keep going.